Hey guys, good morning and welcome back. So today I'm going to do a quick walk around the garden, the flower garden, and show you guys how things are doing because we have a lot of rain and stuff and everything has been doing great. I also bought like a few plants that I'm going to plug in different places. Yeah, but everything have been doing amazing with all this rain we have been getting. So this is the south side of my garden bed, and these plants are looking amazing. Now these three right here is the blue muffin viburnums that I planted a few weeks ago. They're doing pretty good, and as you can see, I had two boxwoods plugged in this area as well. Now I didn't mulch it because we've been getting so much rain, but I do have the mulch right here to put over that. But look how amazing this is doing. Like, everything is flourishing. It's so surprising that during this hot part of the summer we're still getting so much rain, which I'm not really complaining because it's doing wonders for the plants. But just saying. This is my grapevine. The grapevine is running on the bottom of my patio. I know it's gonna kind of take over there. Do I know if I want it to stay there? I really don't know. I didn't have anything for it to run on. I just put it over there and let it do its thing. And as you can see, it's growing pretty good. So I don't know. At the bottom here, I have a few roses. I had gotten those from Walmart. Those are doing amazing as well. Right now we don't have any blooms, but those plants are doing amazing. I did get a few plants from Lowe's, hydrangeas. I got 3 hydrangeas from Lowe's, and they were half price, so like $15, I believe. Yeah, like $15 I paid for one, which I thought was a pretty okay deal. Not a great deal, but it's an okay deal. And I got this one as well. I'm trying to remember the name of this. Anyway, once I started to put these in the ground, I'm gonna let you guys know. Now, in the midst of the heat, when we get the heat, this is what happens. See, it's burning the leaves of the hydrangea. I mean, they're all nice and wet, and they get pretty good soak every time the rain falls, including I always get them wet, but they're burning with the heat. So I'm trying to figure out, should I put them in the shade or should I put them in the, the hype of the sun where everything is really blasting with it, be able to stand up? I don't know. So they're sitting in the pots, and that's gonna really tell me whether I should put them in the heat or just find a part sun part shade to at least put 1 or 2 of them. Now this is a Leyland cypress. This plant has been growing and it's really close to my house, so we're gonna get it moved. I had sent Jim Putnam a message asking him some information about this cypress, because it seems like he had a lot of knowledge about them, and I didn't have so much knowledge as to I just had the basic knowledge as to how tall it's gonna get, stuff like that, but I didn't really, sometimes you have the knowledge but you're not really thinking about it. I wasn't really thinking about it when I put it close to the house, and it is starting to get pretty big, and I believe now I'm gonna move it. And I'm gonna move it because in the corner that it's at, when you look at this corner here and look up, although my house is tall, it's gonna like hit that corner right up there. So I am definitely gonna move that. I have the roses behind there. I believe these are knockout roses, but it's the climbing rose. One is red and one is pink. I want to keep the pink, but I want to remove the red, and they're both together. I don't know if I planted it together or if they're actually together, but I have a feeling that I might move that all together. This hydrangea right here was in my shaded garden bed, and I removed that as well and put it in the heat because it looks like because it was in the shade a lot, it was struggling a little bit to put out blooms. I'm not really sure. Honestly, I'm not sure because it had beautiful leaves and stuff there. It's just not showing me no signs of blooms and stuff. And that's how I decide to move it. The boxwood I am going to take out. Some of the boxwood I'm going to shift them around. Like the ones that are in between, I'm going to keep those and kind of shape it up. But these two in between here, I'm definitely going to move them. I haven't decided completely how I'm going to do this bed, but I am going to shift some things around. And this purple sand cherry has been doing amazing. I think it reached the full height that it's supposed to. If it gets taller than this, I would be surprised because I think it's supposed to hit about 8 to 10 foot, and that's it. And that's the reason why I put it in this area, because it says 8 to 10 foot. You know, it would be in line kind of like with the shrubs right over here. I would have that color piece right here and just in line with all that. So hopefully it doesn't get taller. I like it at the size it is right now. And yeah, I have these the big blue grass right here, but as you can see, weeds are taking over this area. So since it rained a lot, I believe what I might do is come out and try to get some of this weed away. Right between that boxwood right there, there's a lot of weeds. I noticed all my irrigation is showing. I need to cover them up, but I'm not pressed to do that either, you know. But the laripe grass, this is doing amazing. See, all of them are literally giving you a little bit of flower right here. See? Yeah, all of them are doing good, but there's a lot of weeds. So I do have to pull a lot of weed once again in this area. All the shrubs are doing amazing, but they're growing. Look at that. Those three over there is a holly, and these are camellias. Over on this side, these are camellias. So 3 camellias, or 4 camellias and 3 hollies, and they are doing amazing. I trimmed them up in the beginning of spring, but as you can see what's going on now, everything is growing. They're all getting tall and taller. But to say that I'm not loving it would be an understatement. I do love the way it's looking. All right, so now we're moving around to the front of the yard. This one is a red wine. Is it a white Gila? It's a red wine something. I don't remember. This is another holly that is coming up here. They're supposed to turn some sort of burgundy or something like that during the fall. I didn't see it last fall. I saw it looking green still, but we'll see. There's catmint at the end here, right there, that is spreading and looks beautiful. Can't remember the name of this plant right here. I have one of the roses in between here, and of course my beautiful hydrangeas, the standard and this one. So this one is a limelight, and I just got that planted probably but 2 weeks ago. It's in my last video that I planted. Um, my favorite of all is these two lily, but I realize during the fall I'm gonna have to split them like in three. Like this one is so big, it's taking over everything else, and I try to tie it up so that it won't look so bushy, so taking over everything. But yeah, you see how the leaves are falling, drooping with the rain and everything. You know, it's knocking everything down, but they're all looking amazing. Amazing. I love all these plants. The roses, everything just looks amazing. And this is one of the look that I wanted for the front here. I want it to look thick. I want it to look like full. All the above. And it's giving me that. It is giving me that. And I noticed with all these plants, it's not getting a lot of weeds on this side, because there's so many plants, you know. Yeah, love this. The pots at the front of the house is also looking amazing. Just kind of block the hose out. I keep the hose out, you know, so that when it gets really hot, if the rain is not coming, I try to wet everything, like keep it wet so nothing doesn't dry out, just because of the weather. Just because of the heat, I try to keep everything moist and stuff. So that's why my hose is sitting there. It's not a retractable, so the gift of getting retractable. At some point, I think I'm gonna get a retractable and put it in front here, so I don't have to have, you know, that just right in front there. But the front pots are looking amazing as well. All the flowers are blooming. I had to do a little bit of cutback, but overall it's doing amazing. And oh, this is one of my favorite spots in the yard, like right under this maple tree. First of all, the maple is so precious, so beautiful. It looks the full burgundy. It gives you a little bit of green here and there, but not, you could tell, you know, that it's full on burgundy with the yellow dab of yellow and the silver. What is this called? No, this is oh, I forgot what this is called. Anyway, yeah, under here looks bright and beautiful. I realize for some of the plants, because they're outgrown now, I gotta do a lot of cutbacks and trims and stuff like that, but I'm probably gonna do all that during the fall. Then I got under this tree here with the blue laripe again. It's all out here. Some of them are blooming and some of them are not. I notice now these are looking beautiful. The mums, the small mums, I don't know if it's because it's getting so wet, so the area stays moist. They are starting to bloom. So I don't know, is mom supposed to bloom around this time, or does it bloom just during the fall and spring? It's blooming during summer in the hype of the weather. And these are all mums from last year. I don't know the name of them. It's a lot of the small ones I bought, but yeah, they're doing amazing. That kind of surprised me, because normally you don't really see mums, you know. I don't really plant mums like that. I just had these in little pots, you know, stick into little pots and stuff like that. And you know, it happened to survive the winter, and I put them under here. Hopefully it survived another winter. I don't know if they're perennials or they just, maybe because we didn't had such a heavy winter, they hold up. I don't know. But I hope they come back for me next year again. Anyway, let's move on over here. These are where my pink knockout roses are. And I moved the bird bath over here. I had the bird bath over here and you couldn't really see it. Like, it was, first of all, the plant's gotten so tall it kind of closed it in. So I decided to put it over here because I plan to plug in a few more roses, and I feel like it's gonna look nice in this corner. At least I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, see, the water is not dirty. It's pretty clean. Yesterday I saw 2 birds on it, you know, just sitting there. They wasn't doing anything. They was just sitting there. So, you know, it's kind of fun to see the birds around it though. And my, oh God, what's the name of these trees? We talk about them all the time. If I remember the name, I'm going to put it on the screen. But I know I'm going to remember the name. I'm going to put it on the screen. But they're doing pretty good. And I see some little blooms that are coming out. So they might be blooming soon. The roses are going out of blooms. Like, their blooms are starting to die back. But these roses bloom constantly. Like, it doesn't take that long to bloom. So I'm sure I'm gonna get more blooms soon, you know, just to, but when these trees start blooming, I'm gonna do a short clip or something, because I can't wait. I love to see these trees in bloom. There's 2 there and there is 1 there. Yes, look at the skies. The skies are, we're overcast, so we might be getting some rain. So hopefully this video is not dark and it's still clear. I'm gonna go towards this cherry tree. I always say this is a Canadian choke cherry, but I'm never really 100% positive. It's just like a red bud. It's always red. And around this tree I have some ferns, some flowers. To give you the name of all these flowers is going to be challenging for me, so I'm going to just say fern and flowers. So they're doing pretty good. I got some weed cleanup from around this tree and it looks pretty nice. It's been doing good with the weather, and based on when I plant them and I just put the little small plants, it's doing pretty good. Okay, so this is around the mailbox. I did a little bit of cut back on these, but the mailbox plants are doing pretty good. These are spring flowers and they're still blooming, but they're blooming because of the rain and stuff we've been getting. So what I learned about spring flowers is when you keep them nice and moist and it's not, you know, the sun is not blazing on it, it tends to keep blooming for you. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, they've been blooming since spring. So yeah. Okay, this is the larger choke cherry. This is the one we're gonna cut during the fall, but the jury is still out on the name. Although I did my little research, the jury is still out on it, because really and truly I'm not sure. We got the bird bath around this one. This one is utilized more often than any other. Like the birds, the squirrels, everybody comes, like they literally come here. So all the plants that I have around here gets destroyed sometimes because, excuse me, because of how many squirrels and the birds and stuff. This gets trampled on a lot with all those little feet. But the lariape, the grass, of course, these are in full bloom. Look at that. I love this grass, and I love it because of the blooms. So this is doing amazing. It looks healthy. Although it gets trampled on a lot, it looks really healthy. So this one here is a very large magnolia that's been doing amazing all year round. But I think during the fall we might just trim it back. Trim it just to keep it, kind of keep it in check or in line or something like that. Only because during the winter storm last year, the middle got broken off, and so the middle is growing back pretty thick, but the branches that was, let me step back, the branches was out this way, so it kind of kept it like fully in shape. And since those branches came off, it's not in shape. It looks, you know, it have a different shape to it, and I'm tempted to, you know, like cut a little bit here and kind of just to balance it up a little bit. We're not gonna cut on it too much. It's just to balance it, and I know it's gonna grow back pretty nicely. Now over here, the two big shrubs are still there, but the knockout roses that we cut back on, they're getting a lot of little leaves. I'm sure by fall this is gonna grow back a little bit, but right now it doesn't look pretty, you know. But honestly, I'd rather look at it like this than looking at all the leaves that was off of it, because it really did look, it looked terrible. It looked terrible. It doesn't look better right now, but I prefer to look at it this way. So this little circle bed that I have here in the back is doing pretty good. Everything in this bed is growing. Now I do have to, you know, cut back on this a little bit, and, you know, kind of, because you can see a lot of dead leaves and stuff. So a lot of stuff needs deadheading that are out of bloom, but this is doing amazing. The 3 pots that I have in there, I kid you not, there's no soil and there's like roots and plants. So I know I have to take them out soon, and that's because everything got overgrown and now it's choked up in there. It just needs, it needs some help, but I can't help it right now because I don't want to pull it out in the height of the heat, because I really do want to save my plants. This over here, y'all, this peach tree, during the spring, this peach tree was loaded, like full. And let me tell you, the squirrels, the birds, we didn't get one peach. One peach. They took it all. A lot of it fall, or they took it and go. We didn't get one single peach from this tree. So I think maybe during the fall, I'm gonna remove this too from here and put it in a different spot and see if we could keep a closer eye on it. I don't even know. I'm just guessing my way through what I want to do, but I don't know. This is the shade garden bed. This has been doing okay. There's a lot of struggles on this bed, and I know I'm gonna have to take some stuff out. For one, This is, let me go down. There's a hydrangea here. This hydrangea, it just got a few leaves because of the rain, but it's been struggling all season long. There's a few weeds in there. Of course, I showed you guys a video where the deer, by the way, that it's a deer and it's a baby deer that comes in and eat all this stuff. But because we finally got to see him in action. There's a deer and there's a rabbit that looks like a little child. That scares me. Yes. But anyway, there's a lot of stuff in this bed that I'm gonna have to move because a lot of stuff didn't come up back. A lot of stuff that are struggling, like this rose for one. I'm gonna have to move this out. There's a lot of cutbacks and trims and stuff that has to go on with this. These plants, I can't remember if this is a lilac or not. Now, I don't know. This tree, well, it's all of them. The bottom is green and the top of it gets this white. I don't know if this is how it's supposed to grow or look at that. But it's all the plants that are getting like this. So if anyone knows, I'm gonna put the name of them. I'm gonna put the name on the screen. So if you know if they're supposed to look like this, look like this tall one. Let me see if I could turn around the camera. Oh, sorry guys. I don't want to give nobody eye turn, but I don't know if you can see this. I'm trying to get to the top. Like the tree is tall, but I'm gonna get closer to another one and show you that, because I don't want to keep spinning the camera. Okay, I'm gonna try to walk down. Anyway, this is the bottom of my shaded garden bed, and as you can see clearly, some plants are doing amazing. Like the boxwoods, they're spreading out pretty good. The ferns, I'm gonna put some more ferns in here. This is a hydrangea in here, and this plant have been struggling as well. These are oh God, what's the two of them? And I just planted them a few weeks ago too. These were in my front pots, on the front porch. These two plants were in the pots, and they're in shade and they're doing amazing. Like literally, they're doing amazing. So I know that these are full shaded plants. Although it says part sun, part shade, yeah, they're full shaded plants because they're doing amazing. They're blooming. Look at this one. See, that one is blooming. The flowers look amazing, and I do have to clean up, you know, all these sticks and stuff behind there. But yeah, these are doing great. But there's some things that are, you know, some things that are struggling. The struggle is real for some of them. This one here is oh God, what's the name of this? Let me see if I find a tag. I don't know what I did with the tag. You know what? I'm gonna look for the tag or stuff and put the name on this as well. But I haven't seen any blooms. It's in part sun. It gets morning sun, and the rest of the day it gets shade. But even if it doesn't bloom, I love it for the leaf. Like the leaves on it is really pretty, and it looks like all those are budded up. It looks like it's gonna do something. But I'm gonna put the name of that on the screen as well. Ooh, this fern is doing amazing. In the beginning, I thought this fern was dying because during the spring it have a different color, and I was gonna pull it out, and I'm so glad that I didn't. So glad. Yeah, look at this. This is the see the middle of this is the tree form, but look at the leaves. Like this is all of them, the top look like that, but the tree shows, like the tree itself shows no signs of disease or anything. It's just the top is really white, and I don't know if it grows like that or if something is wrong. I just don't know. But anyway, we gonna keep an eye on that. Oh, mosquitoes. Okay, and so the bottom with oh, these squirrels are up there and messing with. I hope they don't fall. Anyway, and these are the two pots. These two pots are doing amazing. Like they're full. They're just doing so good. So good. All the colors are on this. All these pots in the back, and all these pots are getting part shade, part sun. Most of them gets morning sun, but they're doing amazing, y'all. The squirrels are up in the trees and they're shaking, and water is coming down. I got a pumpkin vine is on this fence, and there's a big pumpkin behind there, but I don't want nothing to scare me back there. I do have behind here, I have like tomato plants and some flowers and cucumber and watermelon. Everything is just entangled. There's an entanglement going on behind here. So I don't know what's gonna take over and what's, like the cucumber is taking over. I got all this here, and then the tomato is doing its own thing right there. Then you got watermelon is there, and it's literally choking out a boxwood that I have in the corner here. Yeah, there's a lot going on back here. Yeah. But, and then this is the back of these two pots, and they're doing amazing. Amazing. Okay, so this is under the pear tree. This also have the blue lariapi. It have a few more things in here. I can't even tell what's in here because there's weed in here as well. So I need to clean some of this weed out and get this going. You know, with all the rain that we're getting, it's good. The rain is good, but there's a lot of weeds that are coming with the rain. Everybody is growing, you know, so we really do have to clean up. Now, last but not least, over here, right by the greenhouse. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you, the sweet potato vine. This is the, oh God, everybody knows the name of this. I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, there's the boxwood, the roses, everything is getting choked out here. Every single thing. The butterfly bush. Now the butterfly bush, I'm definitely gonna have to remove this from here. This area gets a lot of swamp, a lot of water, especially during the fall, winter, spring. It gets a lot of water. Although I build it up a little bit with dirt and soil and stuff like that, I'm really gonna have to remove that because one, it's gonna get too big for the space. Two, it's gonna be in swamped all the time, and we know that butterfly bushes don't like too much swamp. This cypress is growing its tail off. This plant was dying in another area, and I decided to put it in the swamp. And best thing I ever did. Best thing I ever did, because now it's growing very well. The roses, these roses almost seems like they're almost, every time I come out here they're blooming. Once in a while you see the blooms are dying back, but most of the times they're growing. Everything that is planted under, like the annuals and stuff, everything is doing great. So this area is kind of choked out with plants, so I know I have to shift and pull out because most of them are perennials. And I love when things are this close together, like really compact, but this is too much for this area. It's too small. I feel like nothing is getting to breathe properly. Anyway, I do have some fruit trees, but the fruit trees, I don't know if they're in too much water or they're getting I know for sure they're getting eaten by the Japanese beetle. So I have to do something with those. I might put them in large pots or stuff. Even this is a large pear tree, and this one is getting attacked. So I gotta do something about this. Trim it back. Do something. I gotta do something. Anyway, guys, the last thing is gonna be the pots. These pots are doing great. I don't fertilize this or anything. Like right now it looks like this. Tomorrow it looks like there's nothing wrong with it. Like all the flowers, everything is blooming. The pots look nice. I just don't have them in a very pretty area, but they're good. So these are 2 boxes what I have in pots here, and I'm gonna take them out the pots maybe come this fall and put them in larger pots, because these two are they're sort of root bound as well in this pot. And these are all the sweet potato vine. This is the red something vine. Anyway, you know me, I don't remember the names of some of this stuff, but they are doing amazing. Let's just block the trash cans and stuff over here, but let's just pay attention to the plants because they are doing amazing. I love the little patio box right there, what we call the window box, but right now it's just a patio box for me. They're doing amazing as well. Like this little space just looks good. The plants are healthy. They're running. Everything looks healthy over here. And then, you know what? Let me take you up on my patio so you can see my house plants. Okay. These are all house plants. They have been enjoying the rain out here as well. Literally, these plants have grown. Look at this. This one put out so much more new leaves. Unbelievable. Most of the day they're in shade, So they're in the shade, like part sun, part shade. I give them a little bit of sun, but most of the times they're in a lot of shade. Over here. I literally thought this plant here was dead, and I brought it out here and put it in some good soil, and it has been doing fantastic. Fantastic, I tell you, fantastic. And then I have this one over here, which is the, what's this called? Not a fern. Anyway, you guys know. I don't remember the name of anything, but this one grows so much. It's been doing amazing. And I have one more over here to this corner. What is this? The bird of paradise? Anyway. Ooh, I got stuff trying to bite me. Yep. Anyway, guys, I am gonna end this video here. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Hope you all get a chance to do something amazing, something beautiful. Hope you enjoy this video, and I will see you in my next one. Thank you all for watching. Bye for now.